It's legally inspired and it's Pauline Paulik. Today I will be talking about company law and about incorporation. I think that this topic is quite interesting and quite useful and quite beneficial, not only for people who are thinking of taking FE1s, not only for people who want to become solicitors, but also for business people who are thinking of incorporating the business. I will be talking about advantages and disadvantages of incorporation, about corporate borrowings, partnership, and bookkeeping. There are 6 points that you should remember and you should know about if you are thinking of incorporation. 1. Separate legal personality. 2. Limited liability. 3. Transferable interest. 4. Continuity of existence. 5. Tax regime. 6. Regulation and enforcement. First one, separate legal personality. A company has a legal identity that is entirely distinct from that of its owners. So, for example, company property does not belong to its members. All what members owe is a share in the company itself. The involvement of companies in legal actions is that the companies can sue and can be sued, as a natural person can be in contract and tort. Companies can also engage in litigation to vindicate their constitutional rights and can be prosecuted for crimes. Limited liability. This is the most significant advantage of incorporation. So if you are a business person and you want to pursue a novel business, there is a limited level of personal risk. A limited liability company will never be required to pay more than the par value of the shares they own. The current common practice of banks require directors of small businesses to provide personal guarantees. So right now you are risking, you need to take that into account, and that idea somewhat diluted the benefits of limited liability in practice, unfortunately. Transferable interest. A company is owned by its shareholders. If the shareholders wish to transfer the company, all that they can need is to sell the shares, which is relatively straightforward transaction. Continuity in existence. Company enjoy what is known as perpetual succession. A company survives the death of any or all of its shareholders. So now you can compare it to the sole trader. Financing the company. The companies are entitled to borrow money. They are also in a position to offer a unique type of scrutiny, which only companies can provide, and this is floating charge. A floating charge is a charge over the assets of the company, but which entitles the company to continue to use those assets in the ordinary course of business. So what does it mean? If you are a car dealer and you have, for example, 10 cars and you would like to get some finance, then you can get a floating charge over the cars. So it means that still you can use the cars, still you can deal, you can sell, you can buy. So the best thing is that for example, it's not frozen, that you can't do anything with it. You can still deal, you can buy, you can sell, and still get the finance. Another point is tax regime. At present, the standard corporate rate of tax is 12.5%, while the top personal rate is approaching 4 times that once levies and PRSI are factored in. And of course, there are some tax incentives which might only apply to companies. For example, pension contribution is more generous for company directors than of that who are self-employed. Regulation and enforcement. One of the disadvantages of incorporation is the additional regulation and supervision. If the company becomes insolvent, its directors may be subject to close scrutiny and face the risk of restriction or disqualification, or even being held liable for the debts of the company for reckless and fraudulent trading, or for failure to keep proper books. Few tips for business people. If you are thinking of incorporating your business and your company is incorporated and you want to borrow from the bank, you would be able to get, for example, a charge over assets, and this is what I explained a few seconds ago. It is a very practical way of borrowing from the bank, as you can use the goods until they crystallize or when the time comes. Next point, sole traders are personally liable for any debts of whatever they make, and if there are debts, they are personally liable, so they are taking the risk. Another one, partnership. If you are in a partnership, unfortunately, you are liable and responsible for the debts and obligations of your partner. Another point, as a sole trader, you will enjoy broad freedom of action in running your business, being subject to significantly less regulation in organizing the business affairs and enjoying greater privacy than other forms of business. On the other hand, as I said, sole traders are liable for business debts. If your business was incorporated, a company's directors and secretaries will have to comply with notification requirements, auditing and accounting regulations, and rules governing transaction with insiders. And another point, very important one, is annual returns must be made to the CRO and annual accounts filed. I hope you enjoyed that. I will upload it to my LinkedIn profile, so if you want to have it on the piece of paper and just to do copy and paste, please visit my LinkedIn account. This is Paulina Polik, Polcik. I'm looking to connect with people, so you are more than welcome to connect with me. I hope you like this video. I hope you find it interesting and beneficial. So please subscribe, and then if you like that, give me thumbs up, and I wish you best of luck during your exams. Thank you for watching me. Bye!